Hi there, here's a quick video on how to take the front wing off a 997. There's my 997.1 and we're going to turn it into this. Don't ask me why you want to do this, but if you do, I couldn't find any videos on YouTube. So these are the steps I took. We're going to assume that you can take off the front bumper. There's 1,001 videos about that. So take off your bumper, take off your headlights, take off your wheel arch lining, and we'll move forward from there. We'll go whisk through the easy stages first. Left-hand side of the picture, take off those bolts, put them somewhere safe. Right-hand side of the picture, there's a metal spar going up bottom left to top right. 10mm bolt at the top of that. Take that off. At the back of the front wing, we've got the carbon box. That's that big black thing you can see behind the red arrow. My red arrow is pointing nicely at a spanner hanging off a 10mm bolt. Undo that bolt, and then the black box sort of wiggles and pulls forward. If you look at this picture, you can see there's two rubber bungs. They're what's holding it in place. So you've got to kind of grapple it and pull it from that front wing, but make sure you undo that bolt first. With the carbon box out of the way, you can get to the three bolts holding the back of the wing on. Left-hand side picture shows the top bottom two, right-hand side shows the top one. Those big round holes either side of the center bolt are the points where the carbon filter box locates. So if you're putting it back together again, give them a squirt of WD-40. Everyone likes a bit of lube before they get penetrated. Now you get to the absolute bastard nut and the real reason I made this video. Sort of where that arrow's pointing, there's a nut that goes onto a metal bracket and then up underneath the headlight tray. So from looking down from the headlight tray, there's just a little welded top of the bolt. Looking underneath, there's barely room to get your fingers through there. You can't get to the bracket, that's bolted on again, and the big black stuff that's blocking the whole access is your radiator and your aircon. So that's hard metal pipes with aircon, so you can't exactly just take it off and leave it dangling. Before you start anything, give that a real good squirt of penetrating oil, make it lube up. You want to make that as easy as possible to get off. But then we'll go through the steps I had to take to get the thing off. After much faffing, the only way I could work out how to do this was to actually drop the radiators slightly. So here you can see inside the wheel well, by that strut we removed the top bolt. Two bolts, I removed the top one, I left the bottom one just loosely because I was terrified it was going to fall off and the whole thing would fall on the floor. Underneath the radiators, take that bolt out. So the other two are nuts, this one's a bolt. That allows you to wiggle just enough room to get in there, to get to that bolt, which we need to get access to get the whole front wing off. So here we are, having dropped the bolt off the bottom, loosened the other two nuts off. If you look where it says 10mm spanner, follow the red line down, that's where I've managed to get a 10mm spanner in from the front. So we're looking from within the wheel well towards the front of the car. We've got the spanner coming in the gap which we've now created between the radiators and the actual panel. It can just reach the nut we need to remove. You're really working your fingertips here because 10mm spanners aren't that long. I use a magnetic pickup stick several times when the spanner dropped into the gap and no other way getting out. Yeah, this one's an absolute git to get out, but once you've done it, that's pretty much free, so you're on the home straight. Removing the fuel pipe from the front wing, threatened to be a nightmare, but wasn't in the end. Don't need to worry about removing the cap or anything like that, or the fuel flap or anything like that. Unclip this black plastic drain catch. The corrugated pipes just push on, push off, and drops your fuel on the floor if you spill any. With that removed, little black clips by my finger, you can slide it off the metal filler neck. You can see at the top of the picture. Undo the fuel cap, slide it off, put the fuel cap back on, and then your wing can just lift and that pipe comes out of the hole. So that's easy. All you're removing now is a few electrical connectors. In my excitement to getting this far, I might have actually missed a couple. So as you lift the front wing off, just have a look underneath, see if there's anything snagging. They're fairly basic. This is by the headlight. That white plastic bit that the plug clips into, was quite stiff on mine. Took a couple of wiggles to get it loose, bit of lubricant, but that pops out. That slides down, then the plug pops out. The other one, which I didn't spot until just before I tried to pull the front wing off, round by the front radiators, there's that blue bracket. I didn't unplug the electrical connector because it's actually easier to unbolt the bracket from the panel. So if you look at the top of the picture, you'll see those two bolts, just or two nuts on the fixed bolts. That blue thing goes there, whipped off two 10mm bolts and hung it there. At that point, I think that was all the wiring I had, but just keep an eye out when you're doing it. Use your own brain. And we have the front wing on the workbench. Yeah, that did feel good. That was about a couple of hours of faffing around one day, swearing, gave up, went to bed. Next day, carried on. That one bolt was a bastard that got me. Anyway, all done. Hopefully it helps you. Like, subscribe, and all that junk. Cheers, guys. Bye.